Good evening and welcome to MetroFocus. I'm Jenna Flanagan.
It is a crisis that's affecting millions of us in the tri-state area, and the July 19th explosion here in the city is indicative of just how bad things are. The Flatiron district is getting back to business after a century-old steam pipe exploded in the neighborhood last week, spewing debris and leaving 500 people displaced as city workers removed asbestos contamination and completed safety inspections. All 45 of the affected buildings have now been deemed safe by city inspectors, allowing residents and business owners to return to the area. Similar explosions over the years have drawn attention to the aging infrastructure beneath the streets of our nation's largest city, with an estimated 100 miles of steam pipe running under Manhattan. The corrosion leading to massive sinkholes, more shattered pipes, and contaminated drinking water. MetroFocus co-host Jack Ford recently had an opportunity to sit down with Jessica Otney Mahar from the Nature Conservancy to discuss the crisis beneath the surface. They began their conversation by discussing what has led to the deterioration of our infrastructure and how has all of this happened.
Well, we're talking about something that's sight unseen. It's underground. Yeah. And so we rely on this infrastructure, and it's generally worked really well for a very long time. In fact, it's worked so well for so long, beyond really its life, that we haven't thought about it in too long. And so we've built our communities up, and now what we're discovering is it's time to repair what lays beneath.
That's a very interesting point that you make, that we don't see it.
That's right.
You know, when we're talking about our bridges and our tunnels, and you can see cracking and crumbling, and I think that brings with it a certain sense of urgency. But I was looking at some of the material I got from you folks from this, and I saw that we still have some pipes that are made of wood, that are made of clay. Is that the norm, or is that sort of on the edge, on a bit of an outlier, but suggesting to us that even the ones that are better are still problematic?
Well, it depends on where you are. And here in New York, you know, obviously New York was one of the earlier places to be developed in the United States. And so we have communities that are older, and they were built on infrastructure a long time ago. And so New York City, Buffalo, Albany, Troy, New York, which is north of Albany, have had these big water main breaks where we're seeing sinkholes swallow cars. There was one here in the city that flooded the new school. And so we see these massive breaks happening. And really, this is a sign that it's time we have to start paying attention to what's beneath our cities. We're working to build these amazing, sustainable, modern cities and modernize our buildings, which is great, upgrade our bridges and our transportation infrastructure, which we need. And at the same time, we need to make sure that what that foundation that we're building on is also safe and efficient and effective and renewed. And so we worked very hard to raise this issue, raise the profile of this issue over the last several years with partners.
You talked about some of the more recent instances, and they are dramatic.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a sort of worst case scenario here. Consequences. What would the consequences be if we don't deal with these problems, and if we don't deal with them fairly soon?
Yeah, well, we're dealing with the consequences already, really. So in New York State, across the state, the Department of Health and the Department of Environmental Conservation together have estimated we need about $80 billion of repair to our wastewater, so our sewage systems and our drinking water systems. And what's happening right now is there are areas of the state, including here in New York, where, for instance, when it rains, that rainwater is going into our sewer systems, and it's too much water between the sewage that flows in the pipes, and then you add the rainwater in, and it causes overflows. And so we're seeing that raw sewage pollution go into our waterways. We're seeing this here in New York, we're seeing it in Albany, we're seeing it in Buffalo, we're seeing it in Syracuse. And so our waterways are becoming contaminated. And that means we can't go to the beach. Our beaches close. It means our shellfish get contaminated. So when you or I want to go enjoy the beach on a hot summer day, it might not be available to us. It's a public health threat. These sewage pollutants can actually make people sick. And so this is an issue that's very serious and needs to be addressed.
Let's talk now about addressing them.
Yes.
I mentioned in the introduction that in the most recent budget, there was an allocation of some $2.5 billion. A lot of money, but Put in context, you said the projections are we're going to need $80 billion over the next decade or so to do this. So I guess my question is, what can we do then? What should we be doing with that $2.5 billion immediately?
Well, the great thing about that $2.5 billion is the way it's structured. So there's money for the pipes, which we need. There's also money for protecting the water before it goes into the pipes so that it stays clean from the start, using nature to protect drinking water supplies. That's really important. It's something we support strongly, just like New York City relies on the Catskills for its drinking water. That's happening in other communities throughout the state as well. We also need to be leveraging that funding. So people here in the New York metro area, the finance capital of the world, understand leveraging finances more than most. So getting private investment involved and the federal government. And in addition, finally, we need to be making sure that we're creating the ability for communities, local governments, to create funding of their own so that they can leverage it locally. So there's a lot of additional pieces of work to be done, but this is a tremendous victory that the governor and the legislature delivered in New York in the budget this year.
Well, as we said, the projections could be frightening, but it sounds as if we're getting the right people together saying, all right, we got to get something done here. So your group, the Nature Conservancy, has done a marvelous job leading the charge here and joining in with so many others. So we appreciate it. And hopefully you'll come back with us and talk with us about what sort of progress we're making down the road. Jessica,
that would be great. Thank you.
Thanks. Good seeing you. Take care.
Thank you.